Today, we are focusing on microblading.
Yes, an eyebrow aficionado, Daniel McFadden, is back. Daniel, you've said that the microblading of the eyebrows has kind of evolved from the tattooing of the eyebrows. Is that right?
It definitely has. The tattooing that you knew back in the 90s, you got two colors, dark and darker.
You got the Uncle Leo.
Microblading now is a game changer.
Well, we have somebody, and here's her plea for you.
I am so excited about this microblading. I did a little overplucking when I was younger, but what really did me in was a waxing that went awry. They were trying to give me very thin, shapely brows, and it just never grew back. They are uneven. One brow goes up, the other brow stays down. I wear glasses now to try and hide it. So what's amazing about this is that it's not just filling in, it's actually gonna correct some of the shape issues that I have with my brows, which is gonna just give me a lot more confidence.
So a lot of people can relate to Susan right there.
Yeah.
So what did you think when you saw her case?
Susan had so many things wrong with her eyebrows. I was not even sure if I could accomplish everything on her checkoff list, but we did some amazing things. It was, I think it's pretty incredible.
Have you ever had a case where you're like, you know, you're not really eligible for this situation?
Unless they have beautiful brows already, but if they don't have good brows, this is a game changer for people.
All right, look here. Here's the before.
Okay.
Are we ready for the big reveal?
Let's do it.
Look at Susan now.
And a new brows. Oh, shoot.
Susan, what do you think?
Honestly, it's a little overwhelming, but it is amazing. Daniel recreated my brows one stroke at a time and did a phenomenal job.
We talked about before that when you first leave the clinic or you first leave your appointment, they're very dark.
Yes.
That's true.
Were you a little alarmed? What was your reaction when you first saw?
So when I first looked in the mirror, I was shocked, to be honest. It looked at myself for over 20 years without brows. So yes, it's a little bit much, but as the day went on and this morning when I woke up and they're still there, I was amazed.
She said, and they're still there.
How does this work? Take us through how it works.
Microblading, the process of it, it's pretty interesting because you're going to want to numb the person first. You do a consultation and you find out what their expectations are. Susan hasn't had eyebrows in so many years, so what I do is I draw a guideline around based on our consultation. So I'm actually going to draw like a guideline around the brow that Susan then approves of. We also, during this process, we're selecting a color that she likes. Obviously, it's darker because we just did it yesterday, but it will fade down to her right color.
She just got done yesterday.
She just got done yesterday.
Tremendous.
So it's going to look great in 3 weeks. It's darker now, but we form the guideline, and Susan checks that off. I like the client to be very much a part of it. I don't just do it and hope that you like it. I then go in after the guideline is formed, and I literally create the strokes of microblade, which is done with the tool right here.
And we're not doing that. We're gone are the days of that tattoo pen, and you're just like basically filling in the stencil.
Yeah, the tool itself, this is the microblading tool, and this is what people don't know what it looks like, but it's actually 14 little needles that come up to the exact same height. So you're dipping this into the pigment that you can custom do a pigment for a redhead, a blonde, or anything, and then you're simply going in and just applying one single hair stroke at a time to create the look that you want.
So because this is a trend, and a lot of people are now looking for big, fuller brows, and so they're running to get microblading, what is a tip, though, for looking out for when you're going to get this process done?
The most important thing is people with microblading, they want to have someone else's eyebrow. And that's not what you want. I like to look at pictures of what they had 20 years ago and give them back what Mother Nature has taken away from them. Menopause is a killer. Women go through menopause and the first thing they notice is, I've lost all my eyelashes and my eyebrows. Eyelashes you can do a million things for. Eyebrows, I didn't really like permanent makeup myself, but when I saw the microblading, because it's the individual strokes, it looks so real.
Yeah.
It literally, women cry. Susan just started getting teary-eyed just with the results of it.
Wait, does it hurt, Susan?
Actually, it doesn't. Since it's not very invasive, you feel scraping, a little stinging with the pigment, but I was amazed at how much it was not very uncomfortable at all.
Is there one brow that everybody wants, one celebrity brow that they come in and...
People like thick brows right now because that's in style. You got to be careful because if you're going to microblade your brows, which is going to last about 1.5 to 2 years, you want to make sure the style doesn't change the week after you have your appointment because you're left with big eyebrows.
I love the thick brow. We need to keep this in.
The best part too is it's for men and women. And a lot of people don't. A lot of men are very self-conscious about spots in the brow. So I've had a lot of guys come in. You just do them a little bit more flared.
Look at this brow game. You win the brow. Look at the best ugliest brows ever.
They say that the thing to remember is the brows are sisters, not twins.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good one. Susan, congratulations. You look gorgeous.
Thank
If
you.
you want more information on microblading, you can check out Daniel McFadden's website. Thank you to both of you. Well done. And to my kids, keep the unibrow. It's sexy. Okay.
If you love that video, you're going to love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it.